Today we're taking on Beast Gamer JS, and this is actually the second match against this guy. I'll probably post the battle because like I got disconnected during the first battle, and I'll probably post that after this video or after this specific battle. It's gonna be like a 2-battle video almost, but not really. So anyways, one thing I did learn from that battle though is that I don't have a counter to his Mega Metacham, and really you can't have a counter. There's not really anything that switches into it too comfortably except Sableye because of its typing. So and I also have Will-O-Wisp, and I can use it as a physically defensive Pokemon. So that's kind of a weakness of my team right now. So anyways, that's gonna be that. I did want to use Glalie though. So I really just want to use it up just a bit more. I don't think I fully got the opportunity to showcase it as much. Now I did in one of the first battles, although I don't think that's satisfactory enough for me. Okay, this is not too good. It's not too bad either because I have Talk Specs, which will counter this. Now, one thing I could do is Mega Evolve. Right? Actually, I could go for a knockoff first. It's not a terrible idea. Now, if he goes for Flare Blitz, it won't be great. I think I'll tank it. And the reason I don't want to Mega Evolve just yet is because I have Prankster. And what I can do is I could get the priority Will-O-Wisp on a lot of his Pokemon, and then also I could get a priority Recover. And what I can do, like basically the plan would be to Mega Evolve when the time is right, and I'll get priority on Recover. So like let's say I'm at low HP, I'll get back up to full HP, and then I'll be in Mega form, so I'll have all my defenses, and I can also just get, you know, priority is going to be pretty important. So I probably want to keep this guy alive, and one thing I do know is Fake Out, High Jump Kick, and any Psychic type attacks will get shut down by Sableye's Dark and Ghost typing, which is really good actually. So anyways, I'm probably going to go into Talk Specs here so I can use Haze. I can really do a lot against Blaziken. I could also go into Slurpuff, and that would be pretty decent. Alright, he's gone for a High Jump Kick. Why did I switch out? That was actually a dumb idea. You know what? Well, actually, it's not a dumb idea. So I had no idea he was going to do that. I thought he was going to go for Flare Blitz, or even Swords Dance or Protect. I'm going to go back into Sableye because if he goes for another High Jump Kick, it's going to be great. And he could also go into Metacham on this, and I think he is. Is he doing it? Oh, Tyranitar. Okay. Interesting. Now, to be honest, I don't really want to, I don't want to, I mean, I could Will-O-Wisp. I probably should. And then I'll just get priority and Recover. This better not miss. That would be so bad if it missed. Like, I don't need that in my life right now. So if I missed, then like, you know, Sableye is kind of key right here to taking care of the Metacham and a lot of his Pokemon. I don't know what he has planned here though for my Sableye. My only weakness is the Fairy type. There's no way he's gonna have that on that Tyranitar. I mean, he does have the weather to chip me down, but I think I have enough defense to take his hits pretty well. Now, unfortunately, this is actually not my traditional setup at Sableye. Like before, I ran a really physically defensive setup where I just had full physical defensive investment with HP, but this one has a bit more special defense. But for my team, it's actually not so useful, so I might change that up later. Okay, that's good. He has been shut down. I will go for a Recover now. So I need this guy at full HP. And if he switches out, that would be excellent. So he's definitely burnt. Now you can't see that because this game has a minor bug. I hope that gets fixed soon. So that would be great if it does. Now I could Mega Evolve. Probably won't. Okay, that's gonna do a lot more damage. You know, I could. It's tempting. I don't want to though. That's the thing. So I don't want to lose priority. You know, I think it's probably the best play here. It probably is. Or I could take this opportunity. Like, I think, yeah, that was not really good play because, well, you know, nah, I'll be fine because with Burn, I think Mega Sableye can still take basically any attack pretty good. So I'll probably go into Sizer, or maybe even Slurpuff. I could even go into Snorlax, to be honest. I think Sizer is my best bet here, because I could go for a U-turn. Although I don't know. You know, I'm just gonna go into Sizer because U-turn will be pretty good. He goes for a Stone Edge. That does do really good damage though. That's pretty big. Okay, and I'm gonna get a U-turn off. He probably wants to switch out. He might not though. And if he doesn't, it's not a problem because I have Slurpuff that wants to get in anyways. So you know, I'll just do that and go for like a belly drum or something. I don't know. Maybe just a play rough. I think I'll definitely outspeed him. So I'll just go for that belly drum. Or actually, I could go for a Drain Punch. That's probably the better play. So yeah, he's gonna switch out. He doesn't really have a choice here. Blaziken. That actually does still really good damage. Now for some Slurpuff. Now the main problem is going to be definitely the Dragapult. I'm going to be surprised if he actually outspeeds and KOs. I'm going to go for a play rough just to play it safe. And then if he activates, there's no way he one-shots. I don't think he does. Maybe he does, but it's pretty unlikely. And I'm going to probably take care of him with one play rough. So, you know, that's going to be good because then I can get inverted and I'll be able to outspeed everything except this Dragapult, because I'm running Adamant on this Slurpuff, and you really, I mean, that's actually probably the ideal nature because like Dragapult is just an exception. It's just incredibly fast to outspeed me. So the good thing is he actually goes for that. Okay, wow, thank you game, I appreciate you. So probably Toxapex. So luckily I resist his attacks. That's the issue with play rough. It does have that, like, I think it's 90% accuracy. So you have to be pretty careful about that. Oh wow, that is a lot of damage. I think I'm going to go into Snorlax here. Hope he goes for another Flare Blitz. Snorlax has the ability to take fat, so basically resist it. Now if he goes for a high jump kick, that's going to be problematic, but this should be a good play because he's probably going to do big enough damage to where the recoil is going to affect him, you know, good enough. And what I do off of that, I don't know. Okay, well that's fine because I actually have Regenerator, so he could have actually capitalized off that pretty well. That was some pretty deep damage. But alright, so I was gonna say, yeah, he's probably gonna do enough damage to where I could go into Sizer as a revenge kill, or either that, or I could just go back into Toxapex and get Regenerator and just wall whatever he goes for. He's probably gonna go for the high jump kick. I could even go into Sableye. I could play mind games with this guy, but you know, he did that, so that solves that problem. So anyways, this man, I don't know actually. I don't know what he's gonna do. I think I'll go for a Body Slam here because nothing really wants to switch into that because of the paralysis chance, which will be pretty problematic, and also because, I mean, Snorlax, it doesn't hit like a truck, but it's gonna hit, you know, pretty good. So, you know, it's not like an easy switch in unless you have a steel type like Metagross. I think that's what he's gonna use. I do remember him having this maybe battled like 30 minutes ago. I just hope I don't disconnect. Like if I disconnect, okay, he's gone for an Ice Beam, which is a bad move because I have Take Fat on this, so it's not gonna do any damage. And I hope this is a 2-shot. Okay, it's not, which is fine. But I think he's gonna want to switch out now. I don't know what he's gonna switch into though. Probably Metacham. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes into Metacham, but I don't really want to switch out either into Sableye because, well, actually, it's not going to be a huge problem. He probably does switch out because, like, look at this damage that you'd want to switch out if you saw that. Sableye can probably take the special attack pretty good because it has really good special defense. Although I don't know if I want to do that, to be honest, because it's not really something I want to play around with. Like I want to keep him in good condition for the not the Metacham, for the for the Metacham. Maybe I will I think he might go into Metacham here. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. Unfortunately, there's this, like, you know, whatever this is. It's from, I think this is from, like, a Z move or something. It's bugged, so I hope that gets fixed in the future. Now, I think I'm gonna go for a recover. I'm not sure if I need to Mega Evolve, actually. I don't think that's necessary. I'm gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp. He might switch out. Okay, good. Now I hope his Fake Out doesn't out prioritize my. Actually, he shouldn't. Because why would he go for Fake Out on a Ghost type? If this misses, that's gonna be a big issue. It probably shouldn't. If all goes to plan, and I should get the outspeed. If I don't, I'll be pretty annoyed. Actually, you know, that was a bad move. Actually, coming to think about it, now I lose my priority. Okay, well, I get the burn. That's all I really needed. I lost my priority though. I don't know what happened though, because in this game you're supposed to get your pre-mega evolution speed first. So something got messed up. Maybe they changed the mechanics in this specific game. But I was supposed to outspeed him there, because I had Prankster on my Sableye. It's whatever though. So anyways, now I lost Sableye, but you know, I didn't really need it too much. It's gonna die anyway, so I'm gonna go for Protect, just so I can get some chip damage off from the burn. There we go. Now he might think about a switch. I don't really have anything that wants to switch into T-Punch, so I'm gonna go for a Recover here in case he does something dumb. Okay, he goes for the T-Punch. That's actually sad. I did want to capitalize off of that. Okay, I hope that he doesn't do enough damage to two-shot me. He might actually be able to if he has Zen Headbutt, but I don't think he had that. So I should get the free belly drum off. I hope. Maybe, okay. Oh, he does have Zen Headbutt. Oh, come on, man. That's too bad. Alright. Oh, wait. Okay, you know, actually, I do get it off because of the Citrus Berry. I forgot about that. Alright, now I get to play rough unless he switches out. If he does, that would be pretty sad, actually. I mean, because he might have Focus Sash, too. Okay, at least we landed it there, though. So there goes Metacham. And I don't think he really has anything left that can cause too much terror to my team. Oh wait, I forgot. This is gonna have Bullet Punch. Ah, that's too bad. And I know he's definitely gonna go for it. It's like, you know, that's the safest play. But I could also wait. Like, this is what I did in Pokemon Showdown. Normally I would wait just a bit longer to make the opponent think that I'm thinking and I'm gonna do something that's different, and that would definitely, you know, make them think twice about an attack, and it actually comes in handy. Like, mind games is pretty important, although I think he's committed to the Bullet Punch. Like, I don't think he's gonna not do that. So in light of that, I'm probably gonna go into Sizer, because I could still, you know, use this because it's gonna outspeed a lot of his Pokemon except Metagross and the other one, Dragapult. So Sizer's probably the best play here. Oh, what? Okay, that was a good prediction. I thought he was gonna go for a Bullet Punch. I guess not. And it's not really a huge problem, because I still resist it, but it's not great either. So I forgot what he had. He might go into his whatever that thing is called. I'm just go for a U-turn here, because he's probably gonna go into Blaziken, and that's not a... Oh, Tyranitar. Okay. Well, this Tyranitar is not gonna die. His Choice Banded. I mean, good thing I didn't go for knockoff there. I was really tempted to do that, but U-turn was pretty useful. I'll go into... I mean, I want to say Slurpuff, but I know he has Metagross and Dragapult. So Volcarona could be good. I mean, I don't know what he has for it. Now that he lost Tyranitar. He could use his Greninja actually. But I have Snorlax, so I think Volcarona is the best play. Because, like, I don't really want him getting Blaziken out. So I can't really take his attacks too well, but his Swords Dance up, so... Well, like, getting Greninja in is probably a better move. And he might even go for Blaziken here too. Who really knows? It's kind of up to him, but that wouldn't be a smart... Or maybe it will, because... Actually, it could be with Flamethrower. So I'm pretty sure this guy is running Dragon Darts on his Dragapult. So what I could do is go into Slurpuff, predicting it, and then he's going to take some chip damage from the Sandstorm and lose his Focus Sash. Then I can go into Toxapex, with Regenerator, and take his hit pretty well. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Now he might predict that, but it's fine because I want the chip damage off. So, oh, okay, I see. Well, that's not good. It's not good at all. I just need to make sure that Toxapex is kept alive, so I'm gonna go for a play rough here. Okay, now I can go into Snorlax and get some additional chip damage off. That's the problem when you set up Sandstorm actually go against you. Although I don't think I'll bring him down to the range where he can get finished off by a Bullet Punch, but I do want this guy low. That will come in quite handy. Though his Dragon Darts is probably going to hit me really hard. Although he might predict that. Although I don't know. But I'm going to go into Slurpuff. And he might have some other extra coverage though. But it's fine because I do want this guy to waste his turn. So if he only has Dragon and Ghost coverage, then he's going to have quite a problem here. Let's see what kind of coverage this guy has. Because the thing is, if he had another move, he probably would have used it. That's what I like to think. Because Slurpuff is so low, why would he need to go for a Phantom Force? But I don't know. Like, I gotta see what he has. I'm gonna go for a play rough. And I don't think he has another move. Unfortunately for this guy. Time to go into Snorlax. I think what I'm gonna go for here is a Curse. Go for an Earthquake. Just to get damage. And I'll definitely need to look up how much damage his Dragon... Or no. How much PP he has on the Ghost type attack. So that could be pretty useful for me. But I definitely want to keep this guy alive too. So I need to be careful how I play him. I'll go for an Earthquake. It's kind of risky. Okay, good thing he went for an attack there. Because what I need is to get this guy low enough to where Bullet Punch can revenge kill him. I think that's enough. So that's problem solved right there. It might not be though. I have to be really careful. But you have to be smart with how you attack, especially when you're facing Pokemon like Dragapult. This is a pretty scary position. Like if I let this get out of control, I could. Oh, he has Fly. Okay, that's kind of crazy. I think I just have to sacrifice my Slurpuff here, unfortunately. Like, what can I do here? I pray that Bullet Punch does enough. It should theoretically, but there's no guarantee. But he doesn't have an item or anything. So, here I have to sacrifice my Slurpuff, sadly. Maybe he'll miss. That's what I'm going to do play rough for. Okay, he lands it. Zep plus 3, but I have Sizer. And I know his whole moveset now, which is Fly. I feel bad for him. He has Phantom Force, Fly, probably Dragon Darts and Dragon Dance. Actually, I don't know what his last move is because he didn't reveal that yet. Okay, well, I'm gonna go for Bullet Punch. If he has Shadow Sneak, that could actually be GG. Please don't. I don't think he has it. So he would use it probably if he had it. That's the thing. You have to think. logically based on what the opponent would do. Now, what I wish was fixed was that, you know, whatever this is right here, it's kind of annoying. Now, the good thing is, Bullet Punch, it says, this is why I love running Sizer. Like, the specific reason is because, with Bullet Punch, you can shut down a lot of the really fast sweepers as long as you do enough chip damage to them. So that's why everything, please do enough. Okay, good. There we go. Because that's why you have to think so many steps ahead. I really needed the Sandstorm to chip him down to a good extent. Then I got the Earthquake off with Snorlax, which wasn't crazy damage, but it was enough to bring him down low enough to where I could finish him off with my Bullet Punch. Now here, this is actually a problem because I don't have my Slurpuff anymore, which would have, you know, solved the issue with Blaziken. But I have Toxapex, so I will use that against him. Yes, go right into it right now. This is really the only thing I can do other than Bullet Punch, which I don't really want to do. I wanted to take some chip damage first before I go for it. Brave Bird, huh? Okay. Well, I mean, now he's kind of low, so that's pretty useful. Tempted to go for a Recover, but I think I'm gonna go for a Scald and then to switch out and rely on Regenerators. He might predict that and go for a Sword Stance, which won't be fun. So Scald is really actually the safest play. I mean, I can probably still take any of his attacks, but I'm gonna use Regenerator here. That's why I have the ability, and I don't want him to, you know, get that off, because if he goes for a Sword Stance here, I get recovery from leftovers, and then switching out would basically bring me back to the equivalent of full HP. Whereas if I go for Recover and he goes for a Sword Stance, then if he attacks the next turn, it's gonna bring me pretty low. Actually, he attacks. Okay, it's not too fun, but I'll just switch out. So I have Regenerator. You know, I probably shouldn't have gone for Recover, actually, now thinking about it. Because I forgot that he was going to take chip damage from that. It's fine, though. So I can just switch out. That's why I have Regenerator. It's just meant for plays like that. So you can let Toxapex get low and not have to worry too much. Because, you know, switching out will bring you back to a good amount of HP. Now, of course, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be enough to suffice. Now, here, there's still a problem, because I don't really want to face Metagross. I think I'm going to go into Snorlax here. No, his last Pokemon is Greninja. So I could go into Walcarona. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, actually, because I probably will take his Zen Headbutt. Good enough, and I can one-shot him. Okay, that's good. I think I'll go for a Quiver Dance here. It's a bit of a greedy move though, because at the same time he has Bullet Punch, or I could just Flamethrower. But if I go for Quiver Dance, I'll be able to take his Greninja on pretty good. So, and I got paralyzed. All right, that sucks. Well, it is what it is at this point. That was pretty unfortunate, because now I can't take care of his Greninja, so I'm going to get outsped. Quiver Dance wouldn't give me the speed advantage. I mean, I don't know if Greninja is actually his last Pokemon. I think it is. Yeah, it is. How much HP is he at? Okay, that's actually not too good. So, I have Snorlax, actually. I don't know why I'm too concerned. It is not a problem. So, yeah, I think that's GG. Unless I get disconnected again. I don't want that to happen, man. Alright, there we go. He's got his Hydro Ball. He could have actually missed that, and then we could have won with Walcarona. But, I mean, we have Snorlax. And I will probably save Sizer for later. I could have actually gone into Toxapex if I really wanted to be safe, and then switch back into Snorlax just to get Toxapex at high HP so that you couldn't get a lucky critical hit KO. But, you know, I think Snorlax is going to be able to do the job if everything goes to plan. Yeah, definitely. With this, yeah, alright. Good game. Good battle. So, this was the first battle against Beast Gamer JS. And, you know, I'm gonna play this really quickly. This is a long video right here. 31 minutes is crazy. Because normally when I do my commentation over the videos, I speed them up too. So that's normally why they're short. It's like most battles are around like 10 to 20 minutes. So anyways, here I can see that I'm in a pretty dangerous position because Glalie isn't a good lead. So I was like, well, he's battled me before, and he's probably going to predict Glalie, which is why I went into Toxapex. Now the issue is I didn't know what he was going to go into. I was expecting Blaziken because of the fire and fighting typing, but he actually goes into Mega Metacham, which is a huge problem. So as you can see on this team, I don't really have a counter to Mega Metacham, and I mean, like, it's not really easy to get one. Like, you really need a specific one. There's not many Pokemon can really switch into it too comfortably. Even like Pokemon that have good typing, like Sableye with its Ghost and Dark typings, it still is going to take big damage from even neutral hits because Metacham just hits that hard. And partly this team is built like this because I wanted to use Slurpuff because people requested it, and you know, I had to build around that because I didn't want to have Florges on the same team because it had a shared typing. So I decided to put Snorlax in there as a replacement for Heliolisk, which I didn't really see as unnecessary Pokemon for my setup, but I felt like Volcarona would be more important because of its sweeping potential. So anyways, the lucky thing is he goes for a Fake Out there. I was thinking he's probably going to go for a Zen Headbutt for super effective damage. I was thinking, well, Volcarona is probably the Pokemon I'd sacrifice, if any. And actually, that would have been a bad play because... Sorry, I had to yawn. I thought that Volcarona would potentially have a speed tie with its base 100 speed. Now, the reality is I'm actually running more of a defensive set, so I don't have full speed investment. So I actually wouldn't get a guaranteed outspeed, so that wouldn't actually be too practical. Anyways, the good thing was that Volcarona was enough to intimidate him. And another also benefit is that Volcarona has the ability Flame Body, so I could get a burn off if he is too reckless with his attacking. Like, Fake Out really isn't the smartest place. It doesn't do too much damage, and it's just a risk every time to get burned. So anyways, I go into Snorlax on his Greninja. Snorlax is a tank, and I know he's going to switch out into Fighting type, which is exactly why I go into Sizer. Now, I was expecting Metacham because I was thinking, well, that'd be great because I can take a hit, and I could probably two-shot the Metacham and get priority off on him. Now, Fake Out could actually kind of change that a bit, but he probably did not want to do that. So anyways, I saw the switch out. Toxapex was the best bet because in case he goes for Swords Dance, I could go for Haze. And Blaziken, HA Blaziken is actually an uber Pokemon, so normally I don't like fighting against it because with the right setup, it can just sweep through teams. But luckily my Toxapex here is enough to answer it for now. So he goes into Metagross, which can be problematic because it has good stab type attacks. Now, like I said, I don't really have too many tanks available right now that can, you know, switch into easily, especially with that stab combination, other than Sizer and Snorlax. So I figured, well, Sizer is probably the best bet because of its good physical type, or good physical defense. It's good typing, also because it can hit back pretty hard. So I go for a knockoff here because I want the super effective damage, and in case he switches into Blaziken, that could, you know, be helpful. But he goes into Volcarona, which is also really good because he took a huge amount of damage right there. So, you know, that turned out pretty useful right there. So I go into Toxapex in case he tries to set up something. He goes for Fire Blast, which is fine because that's I can regenerate that damage. Sorry about all this yawning. It's pretty late at night right now, so I'm pretty tired. So anyways, he withdraws his Volcarona, goes into Metacham. I predict that actually, so I go into my own Volcarona, and that's great. And I was thinking, well, even if my prediction is bad, you know, it's gonna be fine because Volcarona doesn't really suffer too much from switching into another Volcarona. And in addition, why would he want to stay in with my Toxapex? Because he's not gonna do any damage to me, and I can finish him off with a Scald and then regenerate the rest of the HP. So switching out is really the most practical move there, and Metacham makes a lot of sense. So anyways, he actually ends up getting burnt because he goes for a Fake Out, and that's why I told you just don't want to be playing around with Pokemon with Flame Body. So, you know, that turned out to be pretty good because now I'm not too concerned about his Metacham. Now I'm thinking, do I want to switch out or do I want to sack Volcarona? Oh, sorry, that was another yawn. Alright, so anyways, I don't quite remember what I did here. Yeah, so it looks like I go into Slurpuff, probably because I could resist most of his attacks, and also because I wanted to get I wanted to see if I could get Blade Drum off. I mean, that was actually pretty stupid of me. So I thought that Citrus Berry was gonna bring me to enough HP to where I could belly drum, and I also didn't realize he had sent headbutt since he wasn't using it at all. So that was actually not great, because I just wasted a turn. But it's also not too bad because now I get the unburden boost. So now I basically outspeed a lot of his Pokemon, and I take care of the Metacham, which is great. And he goes into Metagross, and I don't really want to get rid of my Slurpuff because like it can still do quite a lot in this game. So I go into Sizer, predicting a Bullet Punch, and that's a good move because that's exactly what he does, and it does no damage to me, and that means now I can get off another really powerful attack. And that's what I love about Choice Banded Sizer. Like you can just slam your opponents every time you get Sizer in. So right there he sacks his Greninja, and I get Slurpuff fans. I'm thinking, you know, I want to get the Metagross back in because I can just go back into Sizer and capitalize off of that. It doesn't really have a good counter. So like really, you want to just bait in whatever Pokemon you can get in. If that makes sense. I don't know how to fully explain it. So anyways, here he goes for a Dragon Darts, which is unfortunate for him because I'm able to take that hit pretty good. Now he goes for a Phantom Force this time. Now I can't switch out into Snorlax, but you know, I decided to go into Toxapex instead. So I figured because, you know, I could probably take that hit and just regenerate it back off, and I feel like, you know, Snorlax is just a better Pokemon overall to fit, or not Snorlax, Toxapex is a better Pokemon to face out the Dragapult in case he tries to start anything. So he goes into Blaziken, and that's totally fine because, you know, really I'd be switching into Blaziken. Toxapex counters Blaziken, not the other way around, so there's not really a problem. And then unfortunately I disconnect, which is too bad. So yes, that was that game right there.